Today we're going to talk about carbohydrates, everybody's favorite. Things you should know about carbohydrates. It's going to be your primary fuel source that's utilized in high intensity exercise. So any of the Grown Strong workouts that you're doing, you're going to be using carbohydrates, whether you're doing a conditioning piece, in your lifting, any of it. The part that you might not use it as much would be maybe if you're doing some stretching or mobilizing beforehand. Carbohydrates include veggies, fruits, and starches. So starches might include potatoes, rice, tortillas, corn, anything you can think of that goes along with that. So it encompasses a lot of different foods. What you should also know is that 1 gram of carbohydrate is equal to 4 calories, okay? So it's very similar to protein because protein is also 4 calories per 1 gram. Now, some benefits of carbohydrates are increased performance, so you're gonna have the ability to push a little bit harder. You might find that you are able to, push a little bit more weight. And a lot of this comes down to the glycogen that is stored in your skeletal muscle. So glycogen is carbohydrate that is stored in the muscles. This is what gets used during high intensity exercise or bouts of lifting. So if you're doing any of the Olympic lifts, right? So that's going to utilize a carbohydrate source. Recovery. You're replenishing that glycogen that you've used. So we want to make sure that we're getting carbohydrates back into the system, okay? Especially if you're going to be working out again the next day, you want to feel recovered and ready to go at it again. Another benefit here of carbohydrates, hormonal health. So we do know that the thyroid hormones and leptin are actually, they are increased and affected more so by glucose metabolism, more so than fats and protein. So they do play a role in balancing out your hormones. How much? So this is a question I get quite often with carbohydrates. How many should I have? So this is gonna differ for everyone, okay? Things that you wanna take into consideration are how long are your training sessions, right? Which workout in the Grown Strong programming are you doing, okay? Let's see, how well do you tolerate carbohydrates, right? Do you have any kind of insulin resistance? What's your sleep like? What's your stress like? All of these things are going to contribute to how well you tolerate carbohydrates. So typically I'll start with between 25 and 40% of your total daily calories. Now 25% is on the lower end. I don't typically go that low with most people, and 45% is usually the highest I go, unless it's an athlete or someone who is training at a very high level, and then we'll go upwards of 50%. You can probably safely go around 35 to 45% and then kind of titrate from there. The goal is not to actually exclude any one macronutrient. So I know a lot of people do get a little bit afraid of carbohydrates, but as you can see here, you have a wide range, and carbohydrates include a lot of different food sources from veggies, fruits, and starches. So it doesn't have to be all starchy carbohydrates or all high processed, high sugar type of carbohydrates, okay? So if you wanna start out around 40 to 45% carbohydrates and you're doing a Grown Strong workout each day, then try to place a larger amount of your carbohydrates in the pre and post workout time frame, and then try to reassess, where your energy level's at, where's your recovery at, how are you feeling overall, and then you can start to titrate from there. So that should help you with the how much carbohydrate you need. So this was a basic rundown on carbohydrates. I hope this helped give you some good information, and if you need to kind of take a look at any ways to titrate how many carbohydrates you need, you can dig a little bit deeper in our nutrition guide.